Duckboat Dispatch, episode number, it's on. Episode number 23. Josh is here. Sarah is here. I'm here. Patriots got another win last week over the Tennessee Titans in another boring football game. But hey, a win's a win. They went to Tennessee. They didn't beat them up as much as I thought Vrabel would want to. But again, a win's a win. Cam Ward looked really, really bad. Can't complain too much about that at all. Drake Maye had some of the most beautiful long balls I've ever seen in the NFL so far. That one to Booty was that Booty kind of just put one hand out and pulled it in was gorgeous. I know, Sarah, you loved the sideline throw to Mac Hollins. Puts it in a place where only Hollins can get. He has a beautiful one to Diggs as well down the sideline. Just a great game from Drake Maye overall. It will need again as we get ready for a Week 8 matchup they get ready for a Week 8 matchup against the Cleveland Browns, which we'll dive into. We'll get into that. We'll react to the Celtics. They lost their home opener last night, 117.
They lost by 1 point.
Oh, I thought you said I have 1 point, and I go, oh, great, awesome, for interrupting the intro. Yeah, 1 point loss, heartbreaker. P. Pritch had 2 shots at the end. Don't really know why they both went to P. Pritch. I would have liked them to go to Jaylen Brown, but we'll get into that as well. The Bruins, they've lost their last 5 straight. They're playing how I thought they would at the start of the season. Swayman had a couple, loosey-goosey goals in that. Brad Marchand return, which I'm sure Sarah was going to talk about in a second. But the biggest story of the day, the Feds arrested a bunch of NBA players and coaches today this morning. It was like 8:30 to get the Shams bomb. It's like Terry Rozier has been arrested by the Feds for like allegedly sports gambling, and then it's 2 minutes later, the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers has been arrested by the Feds for illegal gambling. And then Damon Jones has also been arrested. All like separate instances. So from when I watched the FBI press release, and again, all crimes are alleged. Don't come sue us. We have no money. Allegedly, what it was is they're all different cases, but they're all connected because they all were like mafia related to the 5 families in New York. Is essentially how they were all related. So Terry Rozier, he was essentially shaving points in games and telling people to bet his unders. So he started a specific game where he went in for 9 minutes and claimed an ankle injury, and then he came out and all of his unders hit. So he hit like the threshold for minutes played so that the bets would stay on the books, but they would all count in the under bets as well. And there's some videos out there of like games that people think he was shaving points. It looked bad. Someone like the turn. I mean, it looked like me playing basketball out there, if I'm going to be honest with you. It looked terrible. He's airballing everything. He's throwing some of the worst turnovers I've ever seen. He has no handle whatsoever. So Terry's in a lot of trouble there. And then Chauncey Billups, the head coach, which is crazy to say that the head coach of a National Basketball Association team was arrested 2 days after the season started by the Feds for illegal gambling. His was more poker room gambling. So they would have very high-stakes poker games, and he was what they called the face card. And this isn't like he was serving face. He was the guy that people would want to come and play because, I'm going to play in a high-stakes poker game with an NBA Hall of Famer, an NBA head coach. And then they had rigged card shufflers. They would mark the cards so you could see them with like X-ray goggles or glasses or like contact lenses. And like an X-ray table so you could see the cards with them being faced. They had all this super fancy high-tech stuff you'd see in like a movie to scam these people out of a bunch of money.
Tom would love to see.
I would actually be super interested in seeing this technology. I'm not going to lie.
I'm so down. I would be so down to like go check this place out.
Like, give me that and give me Vegas and give me a blackjack table. And let me just see the card that's coming.
I'm sorry. Was that a Curry College water gallon?
It's just a sticker.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I got a bookstore of gallon water now.
Is that your water bottle now? You just put stickers on it like a white girl does a Stanley?
Speaking of Curry College, quick shout out to Monty Quinn for the 523 rushing yards on a single game. Congrats
to him.
Congrats. And obviously the stats are crazy. He's getting all this national attention. Nesson picked him up. ESPN picked him up. John Gruden on Barstool gave him a shout out. It's awesome to see some Curry alums in a dropout here. It's awesome to see. I mean, you're not a Curry dropout.
I failed out. Get it right.
I think dropout sounds worse. Do you feel out of Curry College? It takes skill.
You and I both know I just did not want to be there.
Exactly. But anyways, the most impressive stat from all of this is 410 of his rushing yards came on 6 runs. And he had 20 carries for 522, so he got like 110 of them on 14, which is still really good average. That's like a 7 yards per run average. But then you bring maybe 14, I don't know the numbers.
Yeah. He's a senior.
7. Yeah, true senior. And then you take the 410 over 16 or 6 rushing attempts is what he had, besides those other 14. That's 68 yards per carry right there on those 6 touches. It's insane. He's a beast. And I lucky we got to call him. That's special. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. So shout out him. But yeah, we got a lot to get to today. Patriots, Celtics. We'll get into some Drake Maye MVP talk because he's in those conversations right now. Does he deserve it? Is it too early for a second-year quarterback to be in those talks? I don't think so. We've seen second-year QBs win, but we'll get into all of that. But before we do that, Sara is going to set the tone for the show.
I'm mad at George Kittle.
Fair. 0 points.
0 points. Fuck you, bitch. Sit on my bench.
And speaking of fantasy,
what?
And like betting and stuff.
Why are you interrupting?
I don't know if you saw, but like Aaron Glenn, the head coach of the Jets, he won't announce who his starting quarterback is for the game because he doesn't want to give the other. I don't even know how they're playing. They're going to lose. He doesn't want to give them like an advantage in the game. And in this day and age of sports betting, he should have to say who his quarterback is, like at a certain amount of time before the game, because people are going to bet on it.
Shit. Wait, what's he doing? He's not announcing who his starting quarterback is?
Yeah, they're speculating that there might be a QB change this week in New York, and Tyrod Taylor might pick up and start quarterback for the Jets because Justin Fields has been bad. But how he's not willing to like say who it is because he doesn't want to give a strategical advantage. He wants to like keep that advantage so then whoever they're playing has to game plan for both of them. They're like, ooh, if Fields is in, but if Tyrod's in, they play different styles. They might do different things. But in this modern day of sports gambling, when people are going to bet on the prop bets, all of that, and especially when the NFL is partnering with all these leagues, ESPN bets the thing, like they have all this coverage, and you can't turn on a sports game and watch it without seeing some sort of sports betting thing. They should have to announce who their quarterback is. They should have to. Like, I know eventually he will.
Call Roger and have a conversation with him about it.
Well, it just doesn't seem right that, people are going to bet on all these games and then that somebody's going to lose a bunch of money on it because Aaron Glenn wanted to keep a strategical advantage that, newsflash, Aaron, it is not going to help you win this game. I promise you, you're going to lose.
Lose.
Exactly.
Just don't bet on him.
I mean, yeah, I think if you're betting on Justin Fields, you have a problem. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Unless you're betting like his under passing yards. Like,
Hold
I
on.
would agree with you on that.
You're saying betting on Justin Fields is a problem. Didn't you bet on Javon Baker?
Yeah, I believed. It was also flip bet, bro. But sorry, Sara, I cut you off. Continue setting the tone for the show.
Me? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh. See, you guys, we need to do this on like Monday when I'm really like fired up and actually have something to rant about.
What's crazy is I'm pretty sure I texted everybody Sunday, hey, what, and nobody responded. Nobody responded.
I didn't see it. I was at school.
I literally said it to you on the phone.
Yeah, last night we talked on the phone, Josh. Or 2 nights ago it was.
The other night.
Still after Monday.
Pulled my hamstring and it hurts. George Kittle, I have a bone to pick with you. You tore your hamstring. You say you're ready. And all you do is play O-line. You're a tight end, bro. Catch the fucking ball. Get your goofy ass in the end zone and get me points. Every announcer was, oh, it's a different feeling when George Kittle's on the field, blah, blah. Really? Because it looked like he wasn't there. And I really, truly think that it's Mac Jones just getting some kind of revenge on me. It's like he found out who I was, knew that I despised him and have been talking shit about him since 2021, and was like, I'm going to screw her over. Well, fuck you, because I didn't name my dog after you, bitch. Go back to Bama.
Did you win this week, or are you still winless?
No.
It's a brutal beat.
I was against a team that had, I'm pretty sure, like 4 people playing. And of course, it was the one week that Jamar Chase decided to go off and get 40 fucking points. Patrick Mahomes decided to throw 3 touchdowns, so that left me again with him with 26 points. Ashton Genty shit the bed and got 4 points. And then St. Brown decided to get almost basically 30 points.
The guy is Jamar Chase, St. Brown, and Genty?
We have a very small league.
Okay, true. I had to remind myself about that.
It's fun. Because I can pick up and drop people and know that my wide receiver that I dropped is going to be there next week if I want to pick him back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not happy.
So are you 0-7?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Jets. Jets. Sara. Sara. Need to get fireman Ed.
Get the brown paper bag, Tom.
Literally.
I do need to get the brown paper bag that says dog shit gambler on it. That's the one thing I miss about college.
No, the one I made you with the frowny face.
I know, but then I put dog shit gambler on it.
But did you?
And when I would lose bets, I'd put it on the suite and walk around.
And then I wanted to mention just a little shout out to my captain, Marshawn, my rat.
Yeah, back in Boston Tuesday night.
I miss you. Come home. Come back to me. He's never gonna come back. But I will say, As a player, what?
As a player, no. I think retire. I think once he retires, he'll be back.
No, I don't think he'll ever be back. It was hard to see him in TD in a Panthers jersey, especially because fuck the Panthers. But I will say he showed nothing but love and respect to the fans, and I think he always will.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the game. He had an assist pretty much right away. I think it was an assist. I don't really know. But then I called my sister and I was like, are you watching the Bruins? And she was like, no, I'm at dance. And I was like, oh. So I sent her like the little video that they did for him. And I love that he was like tearing up and getting emotional. Like, it really shows us that this wasn't a part of his plan, but life pulls you in mysterious ways. And honestly, I am so happy for him. I am happy that he found a place where he's happy. He has another shot at winning the cup probably, and you know what? He deserves it.
Yeah, I mean,
come back. If you don't come back to Boston, I will slit your throat.
Yeah, I think he'll be. Again, Sarah making death threats. I think he'll be back in Boston once he's not going to come back as a player. He'll never put the jersey back on. He'll never put the sweater back on that says 63 Marchand. It won't happen. I think he'll be back. It'll probably get retired. I'd say his number will get retired.
I think it will.
Or Chara's get his number retired. Bergie, Ham. I think those three will get their numbers retired. Even though if you look back collectively, overall, that core did underachieve. They only won 1 cup, but you can still appreciate what they did for the city of Boston. And you can tell that by the way the crowd reacted and he reacted. This place meant something to him. He meant something to us. And
it breaks my heart that the reason he left was over a contract, was over an extension. Like, money is the root of all evil.
I mean, he's in a better spot. He would never have won another cup if he was in Boston, and he probably wouldn't be making as much money.
I know, but
still. And I'm someone who said to ship him out. I said it was time to let him go.
I mean, I disagree with that. I don't think it was time to let him go. I don't know. I don't think he wanted to leave. I think if it had worked out in negotiations, I think he would have stayed in Boston. It probably stayed for another 2 years and then probably would have been like, listen, trade me. I need to win another cup.
I don't think anyone wanted it to happen, but I think people were starting to just come to the collective decision that we weren't getting anywhere with this and that something needs to be done. It's just like we can keep trying the same thing, but we're not going to get a different outcome. So unfortunately, we have to pull the plug on this one.
Yeah, and it's just heartbreaking. But in other good news, one of the kids at my job. So I work in a preschool and it's ages 3, 4, and we have like some of our 4-year-olds are turning 5. So we have like 1 or 2 5-year-olds. And one of the kids in my class watches football with their father. And so now at snack time,
you have a buddy.
I have a buddy.
Does he swear just like you?
No, they're 5.
I
Does he
mean, I know
have
too many 5-year-olds these days.
They're 5.
does
No,
he
they're
have a Trevor Lawrence player, like someone he loves just as much as you?
Tom Brady,
Mm.
Like,
but
even though
they're
he wasn't alive for him at all as a Patriot. But
exactly. But you know what? They asked me who my favorite player was the other day, and I said Trevor Lawrence, and they looked at me and they go, "Me too." I said, "Yes, he is." So we're paving, we're taking our steps towards that, and their father's probably gonna hate me by come June, but who cares?
How dare that name not be my glorious, sexy boy, Drake Maye?
yeah, the guy who's in MVP talks isn't his
Well,
favorite, but the guy who was overpaid in Jacksonville and had a terrible game.
Shut up.
He had a terrible game.
They watch football with their father. Okay, the Patriots to a 5-year-old is Tom Brady. Okay, because it's because the family went to, actually they were, no, I don't know if they went to the ceremony, but they brought them to Gillette to see the statue of Tom Brady. So I think that just stuck in their head a little bit.
And those 5-year-olds never experienced a second
Of
of live performance.
I know.
Prime time Tom Brady.
Hey, but they don't like the Chiefs, so that's good.
Amen.
He looked at me today and goes, "Who's the quarterback that looks like Kermit?" And I was like, "Oh,
He doesn't look talks like Kermit.
eh."
He sounds like Kermit, is what they say.
Have you seen the Bills tailgate videos of them dressing Kermit up as Patrick
And
Mahomes
beating him with a stick?
No, they light him ablaze.
Do a lot worse than light him ablaze.
They
It's just a very
burn
heinous
him
thing.
at the stake and then they elbow drop him through a table.
Good.
That's funny.
That ding was Sammy. She said that you guys have to come to Boston or she'll find you.
I mean, not difficult to find. I go to work in my house and the gym. Those are the
My
three
mom
places I
works at
go.
our old college, so
Hi, baby.
Yeah. But yeah. So tough to see Marshawn in a different sweater, especially back in TD Garden. But for the better of the Boston Bruins, who are 3-5 right now, so maybe not. But they are in a rebuilding year, so we knew this was going to be as bad as you can be. Just don't be a fringe playoff team. Either be really bad or make the playoffs. Pick one. I don't really care which one they pick. I'd rather them sucking at a high draft pick, personally.
Oh. I thought you were talking about football for a second. I was like, what?
No, not at all
Carl,
talking
what do
about
you think?
football. I know we did mention Drake May, and
What do you think?
I mean that's a perfect segue into that Titans game. He was spectacular. I already kind of talked about it. I don't know if I'm lagging or if you guys are lagging.
I don't know what's happening, but you guys sound like robots occasionally.
Awesome. Sarah, I can't see Sarah. Josh, please blink if you're here.
Sarah has bad service.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna see how this goes.
I live in the middle
Drake,
of Scotland. What do you want?
I'm
from
fine on my end.
Drake May was awesome in that game. Drake May was awesome. And again, the only issues I had with the first quarter of that game, they started so gosh darn slow in that game.
Yeah.
And they keep doing it. And it's going to come back to bite them in one of these games. I don't know which one it's going to be, but I don't think they're going undefeated the rest of the season. I'm not going to subscribe to that theory.
Yeah,
But my expectations have gone up.
The Titans actually looked good in the first quarter, and I was like, hold on. Why are the Titans looking good right now?
I got nervous.
Yeah, they were up for a while in the first half. 10, 17 or something, 10, something like that, or 17, something like that.
I think they're up by like one score, one touchdown.
I was upstairs. I was in my room for the half of the first quarter. And then I looked at Xander. I was like, we're not playing well. We have to go downstairs. And he was like, why? I was like, superstition, bitch. Get up and go. Don't question me. Just listen. You hear the words from my mouth. You do as they say. Okay? And it worked.
Yeah. They just start slow. They made Cam Ward look way too good. He had like 10 for 11 for 110 yards or something in the first half. In the first quarter, he looked way too good. But they
tried to throw the ball and he dropped it.
Legitimately, the first 25 minutes of that game, very suspect. But then after the last 5 minutes of the first half, the defense gets a stop. They get a quick touchdown before the half, and then they come out in the second half and just rolled over the Titans. And Drake May, he is. We come on here every single week and say he is that guy. He's him. He's the franchise. He's the future. But he's a legitimate MVP candidate right now. He's top 6 in MVP voting. I believe it's like him, Mahomes, Allen, Baker Mayfield are up there. I might be missing a guy as well in my mind because I wasn't 5 people at all. Josh, if you could look up like the MVP odds right now, that would be awesome for me. But he deserves to be in that conversation. He's been uber efficient throwing the ball, and he's been the most efficient deep ball thrower in the league, I believe. His ability, my one issue with the play calling is, again, too many 4th and 1 pitch plays, driving me up a freaking wall. But throw it deep. Open up the top of the throw it over the top. Drake Maye is he's throwing these deep balls on a line right now, and if you can just stretch the field that way, it opens up everything underneath. The safeties have to play further back, cover 2 defense like they do against guys like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, who just air that sucker out, and it would just make everything easier in the offensive end. It would allow more, crossing routes underneath, things like that, pockets for the offense to work would be my only issue. But I wanted to kind of, maybe it's just me, but is Drake, to you guys, does Drake Maye deserve to be in this MVP conversation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why wouldn't he? Is it just because he's a second-year sophomore? I don't care. The stats are the stats, and the wins are the wins. I don't care if he's a second year.
Personally,
He's performing well.
Personally, I like that he's in the talks. That gives me confidence in our franchise and our team. I don't want him to win.
Really?
Because I don't want him to win this year, is what I should say. I want him to know the feeling of like, hey, I'm getting the recognition I deserve. I'm in the talks for MVP because I deserve to be. But this is the first year that this is happening. So I don't want that. I kind of want him to get it, to know the feeling. But I want him to know the feeling of it being taken away as well. So that he has that, I don't know, like hunger to get into the talks again the following season. So he keeps going. And I saw something that Vrabel said. He was like, he doesn't have the look of someone. I don't remember what he said. I'm going to butcher it. But basically saying that he is like a warrior. Like he's going to fight to do better every single week. He's not the kind of guy that's going to be like, oh, we won this week. All right, we can relax now. Like it's get up every day, work hard, and do the best you can every single day and improve constantly. I think Mac, I almost just called him Mac Jones again. I don't know what is wrong with me. I think Drake Maye is the type of quarterback that wants to improve every season. I don't think he ever wants to just kind of like level out. Like I don't
plateau.
I think he just wants to keep getting better and better and better and be the best he possibly can be each and every.
He has that very competitive nature, I see. But if he would have won in a second season, I would not be like, ooh, he's going to get headstrong. The list of quarterbacks who have won in their second season, 7 guys I'm looking at. But the last few to do it, Lamar Jackson won the MVP in the second season. Patrick Mahomes won it in the second season. Kurt Warner won it in his second season. Dan Marino won it in his second season. So these guys have... All right, Kurt Warner might have been his first season. I'm not... That one I would fact check. And again, I wasn't alive for Dan Marino at all, 1984. But these are guys who, Patrick Mahomes, however you feel about him, probably going to win the MVP again this year. Most likely would be my guess. Even though
For what?
He's having a very good season. He's carrying a 3. The easiest argument I can make, Sarah, for Patriots fans is he is doing what he's doing statistically with Tyquan Thornton and Juju Smith-Schuster. That's enough, honestly. That's really enough. That really is enough. Tyquan sucks, Juju sucks, and Travis Kelce's washed. That's the receiver core he's working with right now. No run game whatsoever. But it really, if he can get his team, which he will, up around 11, 10, 12 wins, whatever it may be, he's going to be in the MVP talks. The MVP award is typically, it's not a team award, obviously. It's an individual award. But to get it, you have to be on a good team. You have to be on one of those teams that's got double-digit wins, and you're the quarterback of that team. And Drake Maye, as of right now, they're 5-2. They've already won more games than they won last year, and it's only week 8. And they've only played 7 of those 8 games so far because we're recording on Thursday. He's gonna get that double-digit win threshold. And if he continues this play, I think he has an outside chance at winning the MVP. And again, it's not like we haven't seen second-year quarterbacks win it before, especially in recent memory with Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes lit the league on fire that year, would go on to lose to Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game, and then Lamar Jackson was a cheat code that year. So it's possible. If he can keep up this type of play, and it's such a media-driven narrative, a media narrative award as well, you have to have the right narrative, because if you look at it, Lamar Jackson was statistically better than Josh Allen last year, but Josh Allen won it. So it really is a media-driven award as well. So I think he has a really good shot at it, and I'm glad to hear you guys think that too, and that you believe he deserves to be in it. Because without Drake Maye, oh my God, what would the Patriots be? I mean, I still think they're playing hard-nosed football, but he is a large reason they are where they are right now.
I think, to go back to the original question, when you say he, like, whether he should or shouldn't, if the guy can go to the moon, strap a rocket to him and go to the effing moon, dude. The fact to say that you can have a sophomore quarterback win or compete for the MVP, any other team in the NFL that's not like one of the top tier teams in the league would take that in a heartbeat. So I don't really think it's a question of, oh, well, he should like grind his way to it. He should fight for it. He, shouldn't earn it his second year. If my sophomore quarterback can be the MVP of the NFL, damn straight I want him to win the MVP of the NFL. Are you shitting me? I have the odds though. Would you like me to read them?
Yeah, what is he? Is he 6? Who's in front of him is what I want to know.
So where do you think he's placed? Just take a guess.
I'm pretty sure he's 6. He's 5th or he's 5 or 6.
For what?
His MVP odds.
NFL odds.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how that works.
Like the math, or like his odds.
I don't like look into that stuff.
So like they.
Sorry, Sammy blowing up my phone.
Yeah, can you tell Sammy to shut up? We're recording. Thank you very much. So like they sports books and like they rank like, okay, most likely to win the MVP awards, and then the odds attached to them are the numbers is pretty much how much your bet will pay out. So like Josh, number 1 is what? Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So this is the one I have is via DraftKings. So yeah, Patrick Mahomes is number 1 with plus 125.
Yeah, so $10, a dollar would pay out $2.25. Is pretty much what it's saying. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the exact numbers, but it would double.
Okay.
So what, you say he's number 6?
He's 5 or 6. I know he's 5 or 6.
You would be wrong, Tom.
He moved up?
Drake Maye is sitting at number 4 right now.
Really? So he moved back.
4. So in order, it's Patrick Mahomes at 125.
Probably will win it, yeah.
Josh Allen at plus 360.
Shouldn't be up. He shouldn't be above.
Baker Mayfield plus 700.
Okay, fair. I'll give you that one, even though he had a bad game.
Drake Maye is plus 800.
And this was like 30 to 1 odds 3 weeks ago.
This is as of Monday.
Crap, I put it on wrong.
Matthew Stafford is 5th with plus 1,000.
He should probably be. Josh Allen should not be that high, but I get. Thank you. But I get why they do it, because they're also predicting the rest of the season as well to kind of cover themselves. But if the season would end today, I mean, Drake Maye is a top 3 MVP voter, and you can't change my mind. He's the reason. If you take him off this team, where are the Patriots?
And then,
like, legitimately, where are they?
That number 6 spot is Jared Goff at plus 1,800.
Yeah, he lives in that 6. He lives in that 8-7-6 range in the MVP odds. He lives in that. Sorry, I got distracted. You go, Sarah. So yeah, I think the only thing that could slow him down is if obviously his play dips a little bit, and he's gonna have a bad game at some point in time, and it very well could be this Cleveland matchup. This is a tough Cleveland team.
I want to talk about that.
This is a tough Cleveland team. I mean, we have to acknowledge this is a very good Cleveland defense.
The first like legit team that we're playing
in a very long time.
I wouldn't call them a legit team, but the defense is
like a team that could actually obliterate us.
Yeah, I mean, this team beat the Packers. They upset the Packers, and then they given other teams tough times. And so, with how the Patriots' defense has looked so far, their defense has been kind of shaky at times. It's not really been the most consistent. What's been carrying is really Drake Maye in the offense. But when you're going against a top-tier defense with guys like Myles Garrett, Cam Ward, the rookie that they got, not Mason Graham, but the other kid, and when you got guys like that on the team, it's like, this is going to be a real challenge for Drake Maye because he's going up against Pro Bowl type. It's not simply just a quarterback versus a quarterback where they never meet each other on the same field. This is quarterback versus an elite defense. And yeah, I'm nervous to kind of see what happens with Drake Maye. to see if maybe there is the chance he collapses. But I'm also kind of excited. Like, can Drake Maye cook against like a really good effing defense? Like, can he?
Yeah, how does he rise to the occasion? And honestly, I'm glad we said obliterated because that's what I'm worried about for this game. Is that defensive line, Myles Garrett, Mason Graham, they're gonna get pressure. And Drake Maye, he was out of the game for 3 or 4 plays, and Josh Dobbs was in, and that was the scariest part of that game because you see him going down, into concussion protocol. God bless, he was perfectly fine. But we don't want to see that. We want to watch Drake Maye. That's what makes this team fun right now. It's Drake Maye, and obviously we want to win games. So we talk about it a lot. Him protecting himself. He's got to protect himself this week. Get down, get out of bounds, slide, avoid unnecessary sacks. You don't have to. Every play is not fourth and goal with time running out down by 5. Every play is not the same. Every play doesn't hold the exact same weight. So be smart this week is the only thing I would say for Drake Maye this week going into the Browns game. They should win still, but again, this is a real defense. This is a real pass rush. They're going to hit Drake Maye. I'm very interested to see how he handles it, and hopefully they focus a lot on getting down, getting out of bounds, things like that to protect his body going into this Week 8 matchup against the Cleveland Browns. The only other thing I had for thoughts on Game 7 and this upcoming game, and Josh, you're gonna get mad. I'm starting to worry a little about Trayvon Henderson because in the end of that game, when the backups were in, he was not touching the ball, and I think he had 5 touches in that game, and I'm getting worried. And I know it's very early in his young career. The reason he's not getting reps is because he's not a great pass blocker. I understand it. However, hey Nate, do you mind? I'm recording, buddy. Sorry. He's complaining about his short length. Or his
what?
pant. I don't know his pant length or whatever. I don't know.
Baby.
All right, what the hell was he talking about?
I don't know. Oh, Trayvon Henderson.
Thank you, this bastard out there. I'm worried because we've seen so many offensive draft picks from the Patriots, and Kyle Williams would fit in this one too. Just flame out and just not be what we wanted them to be. And we've seen it with N'Keal Harry, Tyquan Thornton, Jalen Polk as of late. And I know he's only 7 games into his young career.
Thornton's playing pretty well at the Chiefs.
He catches like 3 balls a game for like 80 yards and a touchdown. It pisses me off. It tries to give a freaking wall. So, and again, maybe this is a Patriots development issue where we can't develop offensive weapons at all. And we can't draft them and we can't develop them. And then they go and be better. If Tyquan Thornton, I would say so far, the only outlier because N'Keal Harry's out of the league, Jalen Polk's injured and he's going to be out of the league in 2 years, and Javon Baker's going to be out of the league in 2 years. Kendrick Bourne, I don't think we drafted Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, we did.
I'm pretty sure we traded for him from the Niners.
Whatever, but we still had him.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking more about drafting these players and then just flaming out, and then maybe they go elsewhere and be better. But I do still think he can be a good ball player, but I am starting to worry about Trayvon Henderson a little bit. It's just a thought in the back of my mind when I see it not out there, and that was the big issue with Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. They couldn't get on the field. So they're not getting on the field, and that clearly believes they don't have the faith in them. And we've seen Henderson get a touchdown. He had an explosive play in preseason, but we're 7 weeks in the season. We haven't seen any of that from Henderson.
Yeah, with what Vrabel said in the post-game press conference too, with like the question was why wasn't Henderson in much more? Like, why didn't he get the opportunities? Vrabel just kind of said it was just how things went in the game, he essentially just said what happened just happened because it happened. How does just throwing in Terrell Jennings over Henderson just?
Oh, yeah, you're up by 20 points and you can't get your rookie running back play.
Yeah, like that. Like there has to be a reason behind that. Like, yeah, again, you're up by 20. You don't throw in your rookie RB2 in. You instead throw in Terrell Jennings. Like that doesn't just happen. Like there has to be a reason for that, and it's whether it's Henderson's not living up to what I want him to be, or you don't have the faith in him, or there's got to be some third reason. But I don't think you can just come out and say, oh, he didn't play because it just happened to man. Like that tells me you don't know, or there's an answer that you don't want to tell us.
And to rebuttal against myself, they only have 3 running backs on the roster, which might be why, because of Gibson going down for the season, they have to be a little more cautious with their running backs as well. So maybe they don't want to risk at that point of the game when it's over. Yeah, the reps would be awesome, but we don't want to risk because maybe, God forbid, Stevenson goes down. Then it's Henderson's backfield, and you have one other running back, Jennings, on the roster. So that might be what Vrabel was hinting at. I would still say send him out there. You can't play scared in some sense like that. But what do I know? Mike Vrabel, he's a Patriots Hall of Famer, and I'm sitting in my mom's basement right now. Well, not in my mom's basement, but you get the gist. But anybody else have any concerning thoughts from Titans game? The run game still kind of sucks, and that's going to be an issue long term. But I'm sure we'll get into that a lot more when it comes down to they lose a football game because they couldn't run the ball. I don't really want to talk about that this week. I think there's more interesting stuff to talk about. But Sarah, Josh, any thoughts on the Cleveland game coming up before you look at the whole NFL schedule for this week?
Yeah, I don't want the defense to collapse either.
If you let Dylan Gabriel cook you, it's gonna be embarrassing.
Like that's the thing is like your defense hasn't been consistent, but can we be competent enough so we don't let Dylan Gabriel, Jerry Jeudy, Fannin, and Judkins has looked good, so I won't tear the team apart if the rush defense doesn't do good or kind of is iffy, but if the whole defense collapses and we end up giving up 20 plus points to the Cleveland Browns, I'm gonna come in next week and I'm gonna be like, yo, what are we doing?
I'm gonna be pissed because I just picked up the Patriots defense.
They're gonna get an interception off of Gabriel at some point in time. Excuse me, I don't know how it's gonna happen. With that, Josh, let's pull up this week's games. Thursday. What is our Thursday night football game, Josh?
Jesus. Oh, score update. You are slowly losing your lead, Tom. You are only up by 2 now. Every week you're losing by 1 man.
Shut up, so strong.
You had one really good. You destroyed week 1 and week 2, but then every week after that you've lost by 1. It's just slowly depleting over time.
All right, I gotta be better this week. What's the Thursday night football game?
Thursday night football is Vikings at Chargers tonight on Amazon.
So this again tough because I don't trust Carson Wentz and I don't trust the offensive line of the Chargers. I think the Vikings defense can give Justin Herbert enough problems. He's one of the most pressured quarterbacks in the league. So even though it pains me to say this, I'm taking the Vikings. I can't, call me fake fan, whatever you want to call me. I need to keep this lead.
I'm gonna have to take the Chargers on this.
Same.
There's also a spider in my basement. I'm hoping he doesn't come near me.
Are you scared of spiders too?
No, I just don't want him to come near me. I'm yo, stay over there. I'll leave you be, bro. I won't come and attack you. Just leave me alone. Can we come to a mutual agreement here? I'm just keeping an eye on him. I can't see him from where I'm sitting. And then starting the Sunday slate, I believe. I'm just checking. Yeah.
Yeah, no international game in the morning.
The Dolphins go to Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta. The Dolphins are terrible. Mike McDaniel's gonna get fired.
Get rid of Tua, please. Can we
do the dead cap's $100 million if they cut him. That's
no problem.
I mean, yeah, they shouldn't have paid him, but I'm telling you why Tua's gonna be there for a while.
The Bears.
Tua had Baltimore receptions.
Yeah, he's playing terrible. He can't predict the football. He's got a couple fumbles too.
Yeah.
The Bears go to Baltimore. I'm taking Baltimore in this. I think this is a comeback game for Baltimore. Coming off a
Lamar
bye.
Back?
Lamar is projected to be back. I don't think it's I think he's questionable, but I think he's projected to come back. Fresh off the bye after being 1-5, 1-6.
He was limited at practice today, so
give me the Ravens.
Yeah, they're 1-5. They want to keep their playoff hopes alive. They have to win. Give me the Ravens.
I'll keep the Ravens.
The Jets go up against Joe Flacco in Cincinnati.
The Bengals. Not even close. The Jets suck. They suck.
Will the Jets win a game this season? Let's ask that question.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, yeah, most likely, but I'd like to see them go 0-17.
I'd have to see their schedule. I'd have to see the rest of their
schedule.
Think
about they play the AFC South as well, so they have that cookie cutter schedule. No, they don't play the AFC South. They play the AFC North and the AFC East, obviously twice, and then they take on the NFC South. So they play the Bucks. They play the Bucks, Panthers, Saints, and whoever the other team, and the Falcons at some point in time this season as well.
They play the Dolphins again this season. Maybe they can beat the Dolphins.
Maybe.
They do play the Jaguars, Sarah.
So get an AFC South game in there as well. What's the next game, Josh?
I want to play the Jags.
The Bills go to Carolina. Do the Bills get their get back after 2 straight losses?
Yeah,
You're gonna win.
the Bills are going to win. They've had 2 weeks to game plan for this game.
Taking the Bills. The Niners go to Houston.
Give me the Niners. I don't really trust Houston.
I'm taking the Niners.
And
And the usual, the Browns go to Gillette.
Take the Patriots.
Same.
Sarah doesn't pick this one.
The Giants go to Philadelphia.
It'd be cool to see
Rematch.
Jackson Dart beat
give
him.
me the Giants.
I'm taking
I'm
the
taking-
Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles. There's no way the Giants go 2-0 against the
Dude,
Eagles. There's
Scottaboo is
no way.
that shit.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very fun game. I don't think it'll be close, but I think the Eagles are still going to beat them.
The Buccaneers go to New Orleans.
The Bucks, even though I like their entire team's in the injury report. Going back to the Giants, they did give up 33 points in the fourth quarter to the Broncos to lose that game last week. So they're still the Giants. They're fun to watch, but they're still the Giants.
The Colts go to Indiana to play against Indiana Jones.
I
Or
mean,
Indianapolis,
Indiana Jones take on the Titans. It's going to be the Colts. The Colts going to blow the doors off the Titans.
Yeah, that confused me so much.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get too
Um,
fancy with it, Sarah.
all I just heard was the Colts is going to Indiana to play Indiana Jones, and I was like, okay, what does that mean?
Because that's what he said.
That's what I said. You gotta live with it. The Cowboys go to Denver.
Broncos.
Cowboys.
I'm also going to take the Cowboys in this one. I didn't like how the Broncos played against the Giants. The Packers go to Pittsburgh.
So this is interesting because, no, it is the Steelers go to Packers, I'm pretty sure.
No, do I have it written down wrong?
Yes, because this is Aaron Rodgers' first game back at Lambeau, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I have
No,
it
the
wrong.
Steelers do host the Packers. Okay, I had it wrong. I thought he was hosting them. I thought he was going back to Lambeau.
Double guess me.
Well, I thought he was going back to Lambeau, which is why I thought this was going to be a lot more fun.
I'm going to take the Packers, though.
Yeah, I just don't think the Steelers are all that. Even though I think Rodgers will be fueled up, he'll be jacked up to play his former team. I'm taking the Packers.
Same.
And then, oh wait, actually, hang on. I forgot to mention something. If this is true, nope, never mind. Just one Monday night game, Tom. Just one.
Yes, thank God.
The last doubleheader was last weekend.
And so your only Monday night game is the Commanders will go to Kansas City.
Give me the
Wait.
Chiefs. Jaden Daniels is out.
Yeah, Jane Daniels is out. I'm taking the Chiefs.
All right, that every game. All right.
I forgot the Jags had a bye week. I was like, wait, where's Trevor?
Sarah, there was one game last week. Dolphins at Browns. I have Sarah needs a raincoat for your answer.
I do need a raincoat, actually.
Sarah needs a raincoat because I took the Browns, TC took the Browns, and then Sarah needs a raincoat.
I do. Oh, I was shopping for raincoats. That's why. They're so expensive.
Yeah, everything's expensive.
No, like I'm talking like $250 for a fucking raincoat. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Run around leaving scars.
I didn't make the raincoats. I didn't market them either.
Give me a piece of plastic, put the label Patagonia on it. You think you're hot shit? Fuck you.
No, I don't care from Sarah this week. Clap it up for Sarah. She didn't get a single I don't care. We're proud of you, Sarah. Not a single I don't care this week in the NFL slate and the predictions. She cared. She paid attention enough into the games. We're proud of you, Sarah.
Cheers.
Yep. Cheers. With that being said, though, let's get to sightseeing.
I want to go shopping. Every time you play that fucking sound, I want to go shopping so bad.
It cracks me up every single time.
There's no mall on this godforsaken island. There's
All
no-
right.
there are no chains here. We don't have Dunkin', we don't have Starbucks, we don't have anything. There's no Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, nothing.
Couldn't live on the vineyard. That's simple.
Ugh. And everything's closed. Why do I live here?
All right, we're gonna start with Josh because Sarah said I can reset and recoup. Josh, where are we? What game would you stop to see this week?
So I'm driving my car. I'm driving it to Baltimore. And I kind of said that earlier. It's because I think this is the game where we kind of see the Ravens come back. I don't know if they'll be like fully back to what they were a couple of years ago, last year, but considering that they are an abysmal team right now, I think this was a much needed bye week for how god awful you did. And I think the Bears are a good team to really establish yourselves potentially as like a playoff contending team, because the Bears to me aren't like the bottom of the barrel, but they're not like a powerhouse where they could wipe the floor with you. Like, this is a game where you'll have to try, you'll have to put in competitiveness, you'll have to work for the win, but at the same time, it's it's not like the most bumpy road that there is. It's a old paved road, not freshly paved, but you have to make your way.
And the Ravens took all their video games out of their facilities this week. No more pinball machine, no more Xboxes in there. The vets took them all out. They want to lock in, so it should be a fun game. Sarah, what game are you stopping to see this week?
I'm just watching the Patriots.
No Jags on this week for you to say. So okay? So Sarah's stopping to the Pats game. Is that fair for me to assume that you're not stopping for any other game?
Yeah.
All right. We mentioned shopping, and Sarah's gotten depressed.
Yeah. I don't feel good. I also will say, like, if there's a game on and I have nothing else to do, I'll throw it on. But that's, like, if one of my fantasy players is playing, I'll watch. But that's really it. I don't care too much this week.
All right. So that's Sarah's team. She's not stopping to see. Josh, why don't you close it out, and then I'll give my two, and we'll get to some of the Celtics talk.
No, you got to go with where you're stopping. You can't just disrupt the motion.
All right. Yeah. Well, Sarah you went one. Sarah went two. I feel like we should have gone two there for you, Josh. But I'm stopping to see the Packers-Steelers game. Now, in fairness, I did just find out this game is not at Lambeau Field, so that does take some of the allure. So that does take some of the allure away from this game. But it's still Aaron Rodgers playing the Green Bay Packers. It's going to be must-watch TV. There's a reason it's the Sunday Night Football game. So that's the only reason I'm stopping to watch this. I would stop to watch this game is just to see the Packers play Aaron Rodgers. Only reason I would stop to watch this game. I don't think it's going to be a great game. I'm not a huge fan of the way the Steelers play football, but it is Aaron Rodgers taking on the Packers.
It's fair. It's fair to say. I know. I wonder if we will ever get that
Lambeau.
Rodgers returns to Lambeau. I think that's something everyone wants to see at one point. Maybe we'll
fucking see. I'm fucking blind as shit.
You good over there, Sarah?
Yeah, sorry. I thought Cora had a tick.
Oh.
I'm not trying to get Alpha Gal over here. Don't look at me like that. I'm helping you. You're 11. Kept you alive for 11 years, trying to do it for 11 more. So don't give me this fucking side eye. I'm not here for it. Be great. You're so cute. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. What? She's cute. What do you want from me?
I'm not disagreeing with you, but you good?
You're cute, Cora. Yeah, you are. Here, you can meet her. Say hi, baby. Cora. You're cute, huh? Ask her something. She'll tilt her head.
Hello, Cora.
No, you gotta ask her a question.
Something.
Dummy. 1 bark, yes. 2 bark, no. Or the Pats winning this week.
Are the Patriots gonna win? Who's calling me? That's all you have to say?
She will not be stopping to see the Patriots.
Sounds like it.
Patriots.
She seems pretty uninterested right now. Josh, what game are you not stopping to see this week?
Dude, you won't catch me in Atlanta.
Fair.
You ain't catching me in Atlanta. Like, it's not even that the fact I don't want to see the Falcons. The Falcons are like a 50-50, whether they do good or bad. They're all right to see. Bijan's cool. He's fun to watch. Michael Penix, not interested really. The pass game, not really interested. And then you're playing the Dolphins. The Dolphins are coming to town. There's nothing interesting about the Dolphins coming to Atlanta.
I mean, you heard it from Sarah right there. Big sigh. Some of the Miami Dolphins this game. I am not stopping to the Buffalo Bills or the versus the Panthers because I think this is going to be a blowout. The Bills have had 2 weeks to get ready for this game. It's a get-right game for the Bills if there's ever been a get-right game. I think they blow the doors off the Panthers. And I know the Panthers are fun, scrappy. They're, America's team this season. But I think they're going to get bent over a barrel by the Bills this game. It's going to be bad. And no Vaseline whatsoever for the Panthers in this game at all. Ooh. It is going to be a brutal game for the Panthers, and I would not stop to watch it.
Ew, Tom.
You like that one?
That was a disgusting analogy.
A little Ice Cube reference right there.
My mother would not approve of that.
And you know what? I bet she's a huge Ice Cube fan. America's Most Wanted. No, not the song. Don't even think about the name of the song. It'll come back to me in a second. No Vaseline is the name of the song, naturally. I'm trying to think of the album it was on. It might have just been a single. But Ice Cube, just in the NWA, No Vaseline. Little reference right there for anyone that's listening that's a big Ice Cube fan.
Disgusting.
Some of us have to be pop culture literate.
Dude, you made the pop culture reference, but still, bro.
That's how I think the game's gonna go. I painted a beautiful picture for you. Do we want to hit Josh's game
I don't know
first?
if it's beautiful.
Do we want to hit Josh? Yeah, fair. Do we want to get to Josh's Madden game first, or do we want to talk about the Celtics? What do we want to close with today?
I say we stay. I say we stay on football.
That's what I'm thinking. We stay on the football, and then we'll close with the Celtics.
Do this first, and then we'll talk Celtics.
I
All
might
right, Josh.
for the Celtics because I don't care.
All right. Let's pull up the Madden game real quick, then we'll let Sarah run.
Ooh, I did not take a screenshot of it, so you're gonna have to give me a minute so I can send it to you guys.
God, Josh.
I will pull it up on the screen though, so you can watch it right here and now. Go ahead.
Oh wait, I can't see QB sources.
It's got a better running back than your quarterback.
I'm gonna send it to the group chat real
I
quick.
hate when the wide receiver 2 is listed higher than the wide receiver 1. It really drives me up a freaking. I hate when they do this.
What team am I talking about then?
I don't know.
You've done this one before, where you do the wide receiver 2 is listed higher than the 1. I hate a look.
I just like chat GBT it.
That's gonna work. All right. You look at all the teams. It's the issue.
I sent it to the group chat too, so you can look at a more. If you need to look at it more closely, like it's not big enough on your screen already.
Like, how am I supposed to do this based off fucking numbers?
That's the point.
Statistically,
You guys have been doing better than.
I don't play Madden.
Neither does Tom, and neither do I. That's the point of this.
Yeah. So looking at it right away, again, the thing that catches me off guard is the wide receiver 2 is rated higher than the wide receiver 1. And if you're unfamiliar, first time watching us,
The Bengals.
Joe Flacco? No, because Jamar Chase is at 99, so we can rule out the Bengals.
I was just T. Higgins is better than Jamar Chase.
Quarterback's going to be a 76 overall, so who's going to be in that 76 range? Oh. This is the roster as of today, Josh.
This is as of today, yeah.
I mean, 76, that could be where Tua's sitting. Could be where Caleb Williams is sitting. Maybe Bo Nix.
I like the Raiders.
Geno Smith, yeah, but who's the wide receiver 2 on the Raiders is the issue. That would be an 85.
Genty.
I think their core is.
Oh, he's a running back.
I think their core is Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker.
I don't think either of them would be an 81, 85. What's up, Dad? I'm recording the podcast.
Hi.
Get that smile off your face. Can you close the door?
No.
He just peeks in so he slowly opens my door. I mean, he doesn't even stick his full face. He sticks like a quarter of his face in, like he's like this. And he's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing the podcast. And he just starts smiling. I'm like, no, you can't be on it. And then he goes away.
What about the Niners?
We already did the Niners with Mac Jones. Can't Are we saying you can repeat teams?
I think we established last week that I can.
All right, this is the Jaguars then. Because Travis Hunter's higher overall than frickin' Brian Thomas Jr. right now. This is the Jaguars.
Jags. It's
the Jacksonville Jaguars. You sneaky bastard. You sneaky bastard.
Right. Wait.
No, you both are idiots. This is the Chicago Bears.
You serious?
This is the Chicago Bears.
Who the hell's their wide receiver 2? Oh, Roma Dunze is higher than freaking DJ Moore right now.
No, DJ Moore's the higher rated one.
And he's the 2?
Yep.
I call BS on this one, man.
Look at the depth charts, man.
I call BS.
You were so confident in the Jacksonville Jaguars. You really think Travis Hunter's an 85 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
So that's Josh's Madden game. We do it every single week. Getting closer to tied right now. Josh has the final score somewhere. Sarah's going to duck out because Josh and I are going to talk some basketball. And Sarah could not care less about basketball, according to her.
Sarah doesn't feel good, and I feel like I'm just not going to add much, so Sarah's...
No, you're fine. You don't feel good. You want to go shop. That's okay.
I am not shopping.
Go doom scroll the TikTok shop, Sarah.
She's lying. She's shopping.
I have to make Cora dinner.
She needs a raincoat.
I do need a raincoat. I desperately need a raincoat. Because I've been using Xander's, and it just smells like fucking fish. I had a 4-year-old look at me the other day and goes, "You smell like fish." And I was like...
I had some sass to it. You smell like fish.
There is sass. You think I'm sassy?
Yes.
You smell like fish. Like, seriously? Fish? Of all things. You smell like fish. Thanks,
bitch, is what I wanted to say. I just love that they try to be sassy with me, and I'm like, you have no idea who you're talking to, sweetheart.
Yeah, they got to subscribe to the Duckboat Dispatch and see who they're playing with. So that's going to be Sara. Sara, we'll talk to you next week. I'll send the clips into the group chat. Feel better. Get your raincoat. We'll have you back next week.
All right. Bye,
Fired
bitch.
up and ready to go. See you, Sara.
See ya.
All right, Josh. Let's get into the Celtics game last night. They lose game one, 117 to 116 to the Philadelphia 76ers. Very first thing I want to say is moment of silence, please, Josh, for Joel Embiid's career because he's done. All right, so Joel Embiid played no minutes in the fourth quarter, I believe. That game was dominated by Tyrese Maxey and the rookie. What the hell is his name, Josh? I'm going to butcher it. Just say it. I'm going to butcher it. Just say it.
He was a top 4 pick.
Just say his name. I'm going to mess it up.
Edgecombe.
BJ Edgecombe?
VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I'm very glad I didn't try that. But yeah, they dominated. VJ Edgecombe, one of the best rookie debuts of all time in NBA history. The Celtics choked that game, plain and simple. 13-point fourth quarter lead. They need to hold on to that one. And we're going to get into, I know we're going to dissect the final minutes of that game. But real quick, Josh, just your overall thoughts of the game. I'll give you mine afterwards, and I'm pretty sure we'll be on the same page.
I mean, I don't have too much to say about the Celtics. Like, it's usual Celtics thing that we've been seeing for like the past like decade almost, where they do well in the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter they completely collapse and they end up choking it. Like, this has been a trend for really.
Exactly. Cracks me up.
It's been a trend since the dawn of time.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, hold on. Real quick, I'll have you know. As you know, off topic. Off topic. So last week, I went to Curry
Yeah.
to go get some old clips.
Oh, no, you have a bunch of old stuff from me, don't you?
I definitely have old stuff, but I have one clip of you. I don't have it saved yet. I have one clip of you from our argument from last week of you saying, if the Miami Heat won, would Jimmy Butler be the best player in the league? And I quote you saying, yes.
AI. I never said that.
I'm going to get it. We're going to play it next week.
AI. Yeah, just, I don't know if you can play anything. I don't know if, do you have a sound, like, do you have the media section on your screen?
No.
So you send it to me, I'll play it.
But
yeah, any funny stuff you saved off from, like, the show last year, just email me the wave file, or the MP3.
I have the Duff moment.
No, we're not playing that. We're not playing that.
I need to send you something, though. We'll talk about it after. I need to send you something very funny. But to go back to the game, it's not. I don't have much to talk about Celtics. It's usual Celtics thing. They choke. We can talk about the center position. I think that's the biggest highlight. Other than like the last 2 seconds of the game, what I really want to touch on is the Sixers. I think that this. I think you put it perfectly, Tom. I think it's finally time to cut the cord and pull the plug on Joel Embiid. I think he's done for. He looked completely invisible that game. And the past couple years, he has proven, quite frankly, almost nothing for the 76ers. Sure, he's won an MVP. He's an all-star, all-NBA, all-defensive.
He most fraudulent all-star of all time, I will say.
He has
not really Steve Nash has it, but fraudulent ass all-star.
He has great individual stats. His stats individual are outstanding. But when we're looking at the actual team success, it's the same thing almost every single year where Joel Embiid is paired alongside an all-star teammate or two, that being Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, James Harden, and all those guys. And they simply can't get past the second round because they're trying to build around Joel Embiid. And I think it's now you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say that building around Joel Embiid is not the answer. And we just had our all-star point guard completely take over this game alongside with our rookie rookie
shooting guard,
a rookie shooting guard that we just drafted, and he just broke the franchise record for most points scored in their debut, beating Allen Iverson's 30 points, which I don't want to, I don't want to invest too much on a rookie, especially just off one single game. But based off what Tyrese Maxey has showed me, I think you need to get rid of Joel Embiid, get some draft capital, like build the team around these guys, because these guys are actually going to be the ones showing up. And I think you need to take a completely new direction. So my 2 points to the Sixers are to get rid of Joel Embiid and get rid of Paul George. I don't understand why Paul George is on the team.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's because Joel Embiid recruited him egregiously recruited him on TV during the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah, because that did so much.
But yeah, 76ers have a nice little core down there. You got, VJ Edgecombe, you got Tyrese Maxey, and then when Jared McCain comes back, if he's a similar player to he was last year, on pace for Rookie of the Year at a point in time last year, 76ers might have a little bit of a wagon down there.
You have a solid, 1, 2,
young core, very young core.
Yeah, and it's a perfect 1, 2, and 3. You can throw Jared McCain at the 3 if you want to, or you can throw Edgecombe at the 3. If you want to run a little small ball instead of having one come off the bench.
More Celtics oriented though with my thoughts. Rebounding is going to be an issue all season long. It just is. You lose Al Horford, Cornette, Tingus Pingus, and Jason Tatum's out for, let's just say the full season for now. Those are your best 4 rebounders right there, not playing this year. And then you bring in to replace them Luka Garza, who was out with concussion protocol at some point in time last night, and then Chris Boucher, who is fast, but he plays the 4. He doesn't play the 5. So rebounding is going to be an issue. You're going to need Neemias Queta to step up in a big way this season, and he was awesome in the fourth quarter last night. I was going to say
he looked good yesterday. He looked good. Given
they didn't play a starter in the fourth quarter pretty much with the 76ers because Joel Embiid was that bad. So, if they're not playing a center, Queta eats more in the paint. If they have a center, he struggles a little bit more, but he's going to have a big year. He's just going to have to. If you want to be top 4 playoff, top 4 seed in the East, he's going to have to be.
I wouldn't even say it has to be Queta. I just say it has to be one of these guys. I'm not saying I don't think you should restrict yourself saying that Queta, considering he's just the established center right now on the team. But I'm just saying at least one of these guys has to, at least have a somewhat breakout season or have somewhat of a more elevated season. I don't think Queta should just be the only one limited to that.
But still, if he breaks out, let's say he breaks out this year and then Tatum comes back, and then let's say you go and move Simons for a real big man, just hypothetically, then your lineup could look, White, Brown, Tatum, Queta, insert real big man, is what it could theoretically look like. Could be your new starting 5.
You said 6 though.
Huh?
Oh, you want to throw Pritchard back on the bench?
Yeah, put Pritchard on the bench. Pritchard, Hauser, Tillman, Hugo, and then whoever the hell number 8 was, I can't think of his name right now. Guy from the Timberwolves, I can't think of his. Huh? Yes, Minot. Thank you. And then Baylor Shireman maybe gets. You have a good 10-man rotation right there, and the Celtics should get. That's foreseeable. That's hypothetical. Let's say next season. But this year, currently, you gotta play fast because if you're small, you gotta play fast, and that's just the way. That's the way the NBA works. If you can't play with the real true big man, you gotta run small ball and you gotta play super super fast. So they have to be a good defensive team when it comes to trapping, half court press, double teams, forcing turnovers. And if they're going to do that, they can't have Pritchard and Simons on the same line. They are just defensively. I mean, you saw it. The 76ers scored 76 points, I think. 70-something points from their starting, Tyrese Maxey and the rookie. Because they're that bad defensively, Peyton Pritchard and Simons together. Now, Pritchard is short. That's you can't hold it against him. He's just short. They're going to attack him. Simons, just a bad defender. He just is a bad defender. He just looks lost up there defensively. So you don't want to keep those guys on the floor at the same time.
I mean, I just don't. I mean, what yeah, you can make a move this season, but at the moment, you don't really have any other options aside from the 3 guys, the 2 guys on your starting lineup. If you want to throw in Kid in, then you have 3. But no one on the Celtics right now really strikes me as a great defensive player. The only 2 guys that do that for me are Derek White and Jaylen Brown. If you want to throw Queta in there, I'll let you. I don't think it's I'm throwing him in. I'm establishing him as a true defensive center yet, but I think the only 2 guys really defensively you have on this team are Derek White and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. And then maybe you see a guy like Hugo Gonzalez, the rookie. Maybe he gets. I mean, there's chances for young guys on this team to make an impact. There are chances.
I think one of those guys that you should watch out for is Josh Minot. He looked aggressive and physical last night, and he's got a vertical with him too. I honestly, I think he should be a guy to watch out for this season if he wants to be a backup wing, maybe big guy. I see him more as a wing. But if he wants to be a backup wing for Hauser or Brown, I completely could see him taking over that role.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a very tough start to the season. They take on the Knicks on Friday, and then they play 5 games in a week. I know that. They have a doubleheader this weekend. I don't know who. Cavs and the Rockets, I want to say. Maybe Detroit. Detroit. It's one of those 3 teams. They play those 3 teams in the upcoming week.
It's
So they
the
have a
Knicks. Oh, it just auto-scrolled.
What is it? Knicks, Pistons, Rockets, Cavs?
It's the Knicks tomorrow. Sunday, they play the Pistons. Monday is the Pelicans. And
Okay, Pelicans.
Wednesday is the Cavs.
The Cavs, and then they have the Rockets the Rockets and the 76ers again, I think.
They have the 76ers on Halloween, which is also the start of the NBA Cup.
Okay. Couldn't care less about the NBA Cup, I'm not gonna lie.
The Rockets is the first, so really the day after.
The first, okay. I knew the Rockets were in their son. They have a very tough opening schedule. And
then they play the Jazz, the Wizards.
Yeah, and up until November 1st, every team is probably a playoff team. The Pelicans, probably not the Pelicans. Maybe they're a fringe play-in team, but every team is a legit playoff. 76ers, if they play like that, playoff team, and they always play the 76ers tough pretty much. Playoff team. The Knicks, they could be the representative from the Eastern Conference this year. And then the Pistons, young, scrappy, up-and-coming team that made some noise in the playoffs. And then the Pelicans, yeah. The Rockets have Kevin Durant, who did lose game 1 to the defending champs by 1. Opening night, game 1 by 1 point to the defending champs. But let's get to the key moment of the game. Fourth quarter, down by 1. 20 seconds on the clock. Edgecombe misses 2 free throws. Celtics call a timeout with 8 seconds left to go. Very, very clear Joe Mazzulla wanted them to run the break. And I, in that moment, wanted them to run the break too. And the reason I wanted them to run the break, Joe Mazzulla has sucky out of timeout plays. He just does. I don't know what it is. He's on an X's and O's guys, maybe, but he just cannot drop a good play with the life of him coming out of a timeout. And that could not have been more evident in the first play, which looked like a freaking football lineup, which we've seen before. Don't love it because the ball needs to go to. Brown doesn't have to take the last shot, but the ball needs to be in his hand. There's no Tatum this year, because if Tatum was here and Tatum didn't get the ball, that's all we're talking about is why didn't Tatum get the ball? He needs to be more aggressive getting the ball, and all of that hoopla. Jaylen Brown doesn't go and get the ball. And yeah, they wanted to get the ball to him. Okay, I want to date Sabrina Carpenter. If I want that, I got to make it happen. If Jaylen Brown wants the ball, he's got to make it happen. So I don't know why he's got to be more aggressive getting off the ball. And maybe Mazzulla just drop a better play to get him open.
I think he should be not even more aggressive on the court. I think he should be more aggressive off the court. Try to establish kind of a voice for himself. I think Tatum has kind of taken that role. Tatum has always had that role ever since the shift of getting rid of Kyrie and Gordon Hayward back in the day.
Ever since Smart left, Tatum has evolved into that role. Because Smart was definitely a type A personality.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll give you that actually. But I think Tatum has taken that role, and so now that you are missing that, you kind of need someone take that back, and that could I think it's clearly either Derek White or Jaylen Brown. The reason I say Jaylen Brown is because I think there's so much pressure on him this season because everyone sees him as the number 2 of the team when Tatum is on this team. So everyone's expecting him to have this breakout type season. And I think if he wants to have that type of season to really show that he can do what he wants as well. And this team can, I don't want to say can live without Tatum, but this team, when missing Tatum, can still be a competitive team and can still show up when it matters. I think, though, that Brown needs to be more vocal off the court and have Joe Mazzulla trust in him a little bit more to actually establish that the ball should be going to him when it's only a few seconds left. Because we've seen Brown take clutch shots before, and he's hit them. He has hit them before. We've seen this happen. We know Jaylen Brown is a clutch player.
Yeah, and the Celtics, like you said, they can survive without Tatum. They can't. They have it. They're not.
I'm not saying
the Wizards.
I'm not
they
saying
can survive without him. They have depth.
Yeah, like I'm not saying obviously we need Tatum. Like we need him.
Don't get twisted. I love him, and I want him back as soon as possible whenever he's fully healthy. But they can definitely win games without him. They could have won that game last night. Easily should have won that game.
We can be an above 50% team without Jason Tatum.
Absolutely should be above 500 team this season.
There is no reason this team should not be above 500 this season.
And if not, and if there aren't, it's because Jaylen Brown hasn't stepped up like he didn't step up last night and get the ball. And Joe Mazzulla is vastly out of his depth without having the best roster in the NBA. If they fail this season and they miss the playoffs, or even if they're a play-in team and they, God forbid, they miss the playoffs. Let's just say that. That's what it falls down to. Barring any injuries, because Jaylen Brown didn't step up in the way he had to. He didn't become the guy that he thinks he is in his mind. Is the number one, a true number one option can be that guy, not Tatum's sidekick. And Joe Mazzulla is vastly out of his depth here and coaching the NBA. And yeah,
continue. No, continue.
No. I was kind of trailing off at my point, anyways.
I think kind of add on to your depth with Joe Mazzulla. I think so. My two things with Joe Mazzulla's objectives is one, to help Jaylen Brown kind of find that vocal point in him to kind of be that fill-in leader while Tatum's out. I think the second one to help with that depth is you got to develop one of these big guys on the team, whether that's Garza, Queta, Tillman. I'll throw Minot in there because he looked great. I think you have to develop one of these guys. If you're not going to go out and make a move for one, and there's one guy out there who I'll get into a second who I think would be a really great fit.
Walker Kessler.
Thank you.
I would love.
Thank you. I think Walker Kessler would be absolutely fantastic on this team, considering he's been in trade rumors for the past year and the Jazz have not done anything with him. But if you're not going to make a move like that, you have to develop one of these guys. If say you're still a competitive team by the time Tatum comes back, say he comes back midway through this year, if you want to get back into that championship level contending team, I don't think you're fully there yet if you're just going to run normal Queta, normal Tillman, normal Garza. You have to have one of these guys developed enough so that when Tatum comes back, your focus is no longer, let's develop these young guys. Let's kind of find who fits where. It is now, Tatum's back. We need to get Tatum adjusted back into the system, and now we can go full steam ahead.
Exactly. And the more I think about I trust Joe Mazzulla as my head coach. He's one of the better head coaches in the league until proven otherwise. But I mean, last night you gotta drop a better play. And I don't love Peyton Pritchard taking both the shots. I don't have an issue with Peyton Pritchard, but let's not forget this guy was coming off the bench last year. So him to be in opening game. First of all, the fact he did the opening welcome speech, I thought was crazy. I thought it should have been Jaylen Brown. But moot point. Who really gives a crap about that? Just something to keep an eye on. But him taking both the shots, I don't love it. Find a way to get the ball to Brown. Maybe you can't get it off the inbound. It happens. The 76ers are playing tough coverage defense on the inbound. There was still 7 seconds. You had time to get him the ball. You can, again, this comes back to Joe Mazzulla. It's just not as much as Jaylen Brown for not going to get the ball, and instead of him just kind of standing in the corner. For Joe Mazzulla not drawing up a better play. Say, okay, this is the play. Let's, run X, Y, XOs, do all this crap. And then if we can't get that, if Jaylen Brown option isn't open, goes over here, and then Brown, you come over here, and let's say, I don't know, whoever the hell was on the floor, Hauser, you set the screen for Brown to get him open, and Brown can do what he wants to do to get the last shot, attack the basket going downhill. So, if you would have put blame on the game last night, 50-50 right there, honestly, Brown not going to get the ball and being aggressive enough to get that last shot, but also Peyton Pritchard, and also Joe Mazzulla not drawing up a better play. I think it equally falls on both of them. But again, you shouldn't have blown a 13-point lead at home in the fourth quarter with the best player on the other team not playing, 4 points over the hell Joel Embiid had, just playing terrible last night. So they should have won that game, and I'll be interested to see what happens on Friday night against New York. But yeah, just a disappointing, frustrating choke job from the Boston Celtics last night, and hopefully that's not a story for the season, Josh.
No, I hope it's not. I hope it's not going to be a trend like it always is. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if it is. If we just blow leads in the fourth quarter every single time. The Knicks game is a tough one. I think it's a very, very tough one. My prediction is that the New York Knicks are going to go to the championship this year. That's my prediction. That they're going to win the East. I think my finals matchup is Nuggets versus Knicks right now. Because I think the Knicks are the best team in the East right now. So, and considering they have Karl-Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid, we know is not competent on the Sixers. We established that already. Karl-Anthony Towns is competent on the Knicks. I'm scared for what's going to happen via the rebound game with Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns down
They're
low.
going to get hosed in the rebound. They're going to get destroyed.
I'm very interested in a bad way of how that's going to look because I don't think it's going to look pretty.
That's why you have to play an aggressive, trap, press, double, whatever it may be. You have to play an aggressive defensive style because you're not going to get a ton of rebounds. So you have to force a lot of turnovers. So if you can't do this, you got to do that. So we'll see what Joe Mazzulla does to bring the philosophy.
Tom, for once, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna actually place it, but I'm gonna make a bet, dude. I wouldn't blame someone for taking Karl-Anthony Towns over.
Yeah, taking a big man over against the Celtics should be a good bet. It should be a good bet all season long because they don't have a true big man. They really don't have a true big man, and they got to figure that out. Maybe when Luka Garza comes back, he's the issue, but he's in concussion protocol. We'll see when he's back. But it'll be an interesting season, and I'm glad you brought up your finals matchup, Josh, because I didn't know how I wanted to segue into this. But you have what you say, Knicks, Nuggets.
Knicks versus the Nuggets.
I don't know who I have coming out of the East. I'll tell you this though, it's all not going to matter, Josh, because the San Antonio Spurs are winning it all this year. Because don't even laugh. Victor Wembanyama.
Oh my, yeah.
He is that. 7'4". There's not a single thing he can't do on the basketball court. You say, oh, well,
7'5".
7'5" in shoes. 40 points in opening night last night. They rout the Dallas Mavericks. He gave Anthony Davis the business all night long. 40 points, 2 3-point shots, 2 blocks. It's not going to matter, Josh. It is not going to matter. This league, and I think it happens this year. Maybe it's not this year. Maybe it's next year. But this is going to be Victor Wembanyama's league very soon, Josh. And that scares the bejesus out of me. Because as a guy who wants Tatum to win MVPs, championships, he's going to have to go through Victor Wembanyama for any sort of award, any sort of championship award. This league is going to run through him very quickly. And the only 2 things that can stop Wemby, an injury or the Spurs not building a competent team around him, but they already kind of have built a very competent team around him and a very young team. So I'm not even kind of worried about that. The only thing that's going to stop this guy from becoming this being his league is an injury. And I'm not, I know it's very early. It's his 3rd season. If he stays healthy, he could be one of the greatest players of all time. He is that freaking good. If you haven't watched a Wemby game and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm just talking out of my rear end for clicks," I'm not. He is legitimately one of the best players already in the world. He carried that he was on that French team that almost beat the USA in the Olympics. He is scary good, and he worries me for the future because I don't want him to be a one and done like Paul Pierce. No shade to Paul Pierce when it comes to championships, but they're going to have to beat this guy. And I don't know how you beat this guy because you have to find somebody who the hell can guard. Nobody can guard him. Nobody in the NBA can guard him because, okay, you put Chet Holmgren out there against someone on the perimeter. He's going to put the ball on the floor and drive past Chet Holmgren because he can jump on the ball and he has a beautiful touch around the rim. Okay, let's not put Chet. Maybe let's put Giannis. He's going to shoot over Giannis. He has 6 inches on Giannis onto the Kumpo. It is insane how good this guy is, Josh.
The only guy I could realistically see right now beating Wemby is Jokic because not even that Jokic can lock up Wemby and stop him. I just think Jokic is that more elevated on offense that he just might be able to outscore him. That's the thing about Wemby. You can't stop him, so you're just gonna have to outscore him. And I think
I wouldn't even say Jokic can stop him. I know that's crazy coming from he's a 3-time MVP.
I wouldn't even say Jokic can stop him now. I would just say the Nuggets then. I would just say the Nuggets at that point. I made a top 5 in my other videos. I said the top 5 players in the NBA last season were not in order. I'm just listing them: Jokic, SGA, Tatum, Giannis, and Luka.
So that one more time, sorry.
So not in order, just the top 5 players in the league: Tatum, Jokic, SGA, Luka, and Giannis. Those are the top 5. But with Tatum out coming into this season, someone has to take that top 5 spot for this season. I said there's 2 guys I think who could take that spot: Anthony Edwards and Wemby. I think Wemby is a very good candidate. And for people saying oh, it's only Wemby's 3rd year. like Tom was saying, if you think he's speaking out of his ass, he's not. Go watch a flippin' Wemby game, for God's sake. Like, that's how good Wemby can be. He can simply be an all-defensive first team, an all-NBA first team, an all-star starter, an MVP candidate, a defensive player of the year candidate, and a top 5 player all within the same year, all within potentially contending for the championship this year. That's how dangerous this man is.
I know I wrote down I listed all my NBA players, and I'm trying to find the list on my phone because I think it's very similar. That was going into this season. So keep talking. Give me a minute to find it.
But to kind of add on to that, their team though, however, is absolutely insane. First of all, you pair De'Aaron Fox with one of the fastest point guards in the league with you pair Wemby with one of the fastest players in the NBA with De'Aaron Fox, who I know is currently out right now, and didn't even play last night. And so think about pairing those two together, the fastest point guard in the league combined with Victor Wembanyama. That is going to be the best duo in the league. And then, mind you, they have the rookie of the year on their team with Stephon Castle. And then they have Dylan Harper coming off the bench, who scored 15 points last night. So it's like, in the future, this team is going to be De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, the power forward. And
some guy in Wemby.
So yeah, some guy, and then Wemby. Like, that team can obliterate anyone.
Yeah, I had him going into the season. I had him as the 12th best player in the league. He's going to move. I mean, he's going to be up there with him. I mean, I have it going: Jokic, SGA, Tatum, Giannis, Luka, Ant, Steph, Braun, Donovan Mitchell, KD, Brunson, Wemby. I put him right up there behind Luka right now.
Go in order and like from 11 up, and I'll just like. I'll take
at 11, I have Jalen Brunson. He's better than Jalen Brunson.
Wemby.
Kevin Durant. He's better than Kevin Durant. Donovan Mitchell. He's better than Donovan Mitchell. I have LeBron.
Wemby.
Steph. Wemby.
But like closer.
And Edwards.
Wemby.
And then Luka.
I mean, as of right now, Luka, because it's only been one game, but come 3 months from now, I might change my answer.
Yeah, and then Giannis, Tatum, SGA, Jokic. I mean, he is.
It's same thing with all four of those guys. Like, I'll say all 4 of those guys are better than Wemby right now, but come mid-season, come the All-Star break, my answer could completely change.
Yeah, and this was, not including injuries or anything like that, because Tatum's still at 3. Tatum at 3. But yeah, we can talk again. I love talking Celtics. I love talking. We have a good time talking Celtics all the time, Josh. And it should be I think it'll be a fun season. At bare minimum, is going to be a fun season to go to. Like, yeah, they don't have the same championship expectations that they have had the last few years, but they're still going to compete. They're going to try every night because that's just how Joe Mazzulla has his team wired. So it's going to be a fun season. And again, I don't think it's going to matter at all because Wemby's going to take the league over. Taking the league over.
Yeah. They could make the championship this year. For all
I have them to win. I bet them on DraftKings. 20 pairs are like 1,000.
Put me on that.
Hey, watch Wemby get hurt in like 2 days. I mean, legitimately though, like I watched that Mavericks game last night, and all I could think of was, who's going to stop him? How do you stop him? You just you can't stop him. You have to, obviously, there's players in the NBA you can't stop. You got to slow him down, and then hope the pieces around him can't pull it out. Pause. And Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year. De'Aaron Fox, like you said, perennial fringe all-star guy. So it'll be interesting to see. It should be a fun NBA season. I don't want to get into it today, but we'll get into it later. The NBA does have a problem, though, Josh. They need to build up a new face of the league. And as much as I think Wemby is going to take the league over, I don't know if NBA fans are ready for an international player to be the face of the league. I don't think they're there just yet, because if they did, I think Jokic would be, because Jokic puts up video game numbers. But I think that's a conversation for a different day, not right now. Especially with LeBron James. I mean, you get the old guard. I'll tease it. Maybe we'll do it next week. The old guard, LeBron, Curry, Steph, they're on their way out. They're on the back nine of their careers. So you got to find guys to replace that.
Just to throw a thought out there, and I know LeBron extremely hated. I mean, I could say Tatum's a candidate, but I feel like 90% of the league hates Tatum, and by league I mean fans, and LeBron's hated. So I mean, I guess that counter argument's what I just said.
So you can say that, but Tatum has one of the most popular jerseys in the NBA, Josh. So if you look at the rankings that came out at the end of last season, Luka Doncic at 1, Steph at 2. So maybe I'm already wrong, and NBA fans are ready to accept an international player being number 1 with Luka Doncic. I will rebuttal it with that. He moved to the Lakers. That's one of the biggest market teams. He's going to have a ton of jersey sales. I think he just is. He just is. So Luka 1, Steph 2, LeBron 3, Tatum 4. He's right up there at top 4. The Celtics were one of the most watched teams last year. And if you look at like player clicks, Tatum was also up there with the most media viewings in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think there's an established guy right now. I don't know if there will be an established guy by the end of this year. I think maybe I think you give it 3 years, man. You'll have a
top
guy.
10 most viewed players in the NBA. LeBron, Steph, Luka, Wemby, bang. Jokic, Ja Morant, SGA, Giannis, and Edwards, Tatum at 10.
Yeah, if I had to put my money on one of those guys being the face of the league come 3 years, I'm putting it on Wemby. I'm putting it on Wemby. Look at the way he's playing. He's catching eyes everywhere, especially when the NBA does want to move internationally. I mean, we just saw them expand into Europe not too like a couple months ago. And so the fact that they're ready to completely move internationally, I think they're going to try and like kind of force feed their fans to accept an international player as the face of the league, that being Victor Wembanyama. I see that over Luka.
Yeah.
I think they might also want a loyal guy. Not saying that Luka's not loyal, but Luka was
doesn't
just
matter. He can build the league around a guy who flip-flops around. LeBron James has been on 3 different teams.
True.
And he switched teams 4 times because he left Cleveland and then came back.
This is for you.
But yeah, choked out of the game. We'll see how they rise to the challenge. Jaylen Brown, will he rise to the challenge? Joe Mazzulla, will he rise to the challenge? We're going to find out a lot about this team this year, and that's exciting. It really is exciting to have, I don't want to say a different vibe, because obviously we want to be competing for a championship, but we're going to see different style. We're going to see different basketball, but it's still going to be the same, hard-nosed, shoot a lot of 3 basketball that we've grown to love with this Boston Celtics. That's going to do it for today's episode, Josh. Patriots hopefully get a Week 8 win over the Cleveland Browns, keep things rolling. If you want to talk about a trap game, this could be a trap game. It's a real defense. Bruins have lost 5 straight. We'll see if they can figure it out, what needs to change. Is Jeremy Swayman legit in between the pipes, or does he have no help in front of him? I would leave no help in front of him. And as we were talking about, your Boston Celtics, they lost last night. They're 0-1 to start the season for the first time in a very long time, I believe. They lose by 1 point to the 76ers. Hopefully, we get Tatum back at some point this season. I predict around February. Some have earlier, some have later. But we'll see. It's going to be an exciting season. We're in the best time of the year for sports, Josh. We're coming up on one of the best times of the year for sports. The NBA is kicking off. The NHL is in full swing, and the NFL is in full swing. We're in a great time for sports. Out of those dog days like we were 6 months ago when it was just baseball going around, and there's some news about the Boston Red Sox we didn't get to, but we'll get to that later when moves start happening in the offseason. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at the Duck Boat, or subscribe on YouTube at the Duck Boat Dispatch. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Sarah does a phenomenal job with the Instagram. We will be working more on the TikTok. I say that every single week. We will. So make sure you follow us there. Be a friend, tell a friend. Duck Boat Dispatch on all those social medias. I'm forgetting something, but I can't think of it, and I couldn't care less right now. That's episode 23 in the books. We'll be back next week, hopefully celebrating a Patriots win. Have a good one. And again, be a friend, tell a friend, follow the Duck Boat Dispatch.